Alright, so in this follow-up tutorial, I'm gonna touch up on some of the thigh. Previously I was working on the boobs area, right? Still needs a bit of more touch up to continue the lines, but for now I just want to work on the thighs for a bit. And I want to pull this back before I pull it forward to compensate, to make it look thick, right, on the frontal area, because this is the main midline, right? Just like how this is the main midline for the back, right? But then I had pulled this forward to try to match that, you know, that major surface plane, which you could kind of see it working, but in return this part gets flattened out, and then that's how you see this weird looking shape. See, it loses its the muscle over here. See, I have to pull this back out, and it basically you're just pushing and pulling, right? But then what I want to do is instead pull these back, right? So we know the major planes, right? I'm going to pull this back, and then I'm also going to pull it out a bit, maybe in a bit, something like that. Maybe just pull it back a bit, grab that, pull that back a bit. So there's a whole reason for this, right? So basically maybe it was pushed a bit too much. That one here too, I'm gonna pull that out a bit. It's gonna make room. Right. So I'm gonna pull that one in a bit, so you can see the original shape right there. Or to hide that. See? But instead, I'm gonna grab this midline. Right, that's the major midline for the rear. Right, maybe I'll just pull it a little bit so you can see it better. And shift right click, bevel edge. Now we have two faces. Hold control, make this bigger. Go over fraction, maybe I can either broaden or tighten it. Right, this area should be about this wide at least, or maybe even more, something like that. This is where the hamstrings are. Alright, so maybe I'll grab that. I'm gonna flat line it, grab that right here. I'm gonna flat line it, and grab that, pull that back, so you can just see the surface planes better. See? Maybe I'll grab that, pull this in, pull that in a bit, so you can see right there. See? Boom, boom, boom. Those are the three major planes for the back of the thigh. We have the hamstrings right here, the behind the knee, these ligaments, tendons, or whatever. All right, good. This part here, maybe grab that, press R, flatten it. Maybe I'll bulk it out a bit. This will be the heel, but then this character is wearing, oh, stop it, high heels, so it's a different story. That's gonna be kind of complicated. So I did that rear area. See, more juicy of a thigh. Maybe I'll grab I'll grab, grab that and that. Scoop that forward. Right, yeah. Gotta get rid of this shit. Hide it. Alright. Grab that. That's for this one right here. Boom. 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 So here's my planes again. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. That's the back. Yeah. Alright, 5 minutes. For the front, you notice how these guys are skewed forward, right? Trying to compensate and make this plane, but you know, it makes more of a mess than anything. So I'm gonna grab that, pull this back a bit so it's more midline. Grab that, pull this back, and pull that in a bit so it doesn't skew as much. Grab that, pull that back in a bit. Right. Grab that, pull that in, pull that out a bit maybe. Grab this, maybe pull that in. Straighten it out. Straighten that out. Maybe tuck that in. Push that in. Okay. And this part's kind of hammered. Grab this and pull that back. Maybe I can grab this and tuck that in more, get more of an interesting push. Like that. Oof. Alright, I'll work with that. Grab this, push that in a bit, scoot that out a bit. Yeah, nice, much better. Anyway, so for the front, double click that. That's the frontmost. Shift right click, bevel edge. Alright. So we got that major surface plane that I kept on talking about. Alright. Then I grab these, I can pull this back a bit. Grab that instead. And I'm gonna push this back. And this, right, it's kind of straightening out too much. Pull it back. Why is this doing this? Pull it up. Tuck it in a bit. This one too. So it matches. Okay. Grab this. It's too far wide, too far forward. This plane. Tuck it back in to make it more round. Okay. These guys are too far forward. The line flow is jacked up a bit. See? Push it in. Tuck this in maybe. Push this in some more. Where the hell am I? The front. Alright, good. Right and front. Front and right. Alright, so go grab that. This is the shin, more or less the shin where it begins. Tuck it out a bit. This part is all effed up. Okay. I'm looking at this. Right. This part. See, this is getting tucked in. This part, not so much. Tuck it in. Yeah, there you go. Tuck that in this way. Tuck that out a little bit so you get that. Alright, and then lastly, this guy right here. This is a midline, right, for the side of the thigh, the inner side, right? That one needs some thickness. Shift right click, bevel, boom. Maybe hold control, come on. Right around here maybe. This much thickness for the thigh. Maybe like that much maybe. I don't know, 0.5. 0.5 is a good number. Nice and wide. I'm gonna work with that. Then I'm gonna widen this up, widen that up, right? And then this area is kind of funky. Pump that up, or maybe not. Put that in, something like that. This is the main back of the hamstrings, so I want to widen this up. There you go. These are major landmarks that should be able to be read well, so that's why I made it like that. Boom, boom. Maybe it's too much. There, see? There you go. Grab these three, right? Or maybe also this one. Grab those four, right? So what I did right now was I grabbed this face. It's the back of the main beefiest part, the plane, and I'm going to just press D as in David. Click on this face because it's going to align it to that face. Press R. This will flatline it to be exactly a stiff plane going up at this angle, so prevent any wobbling. This one too, press D as in David, click it here on that face, press R, flatline it. Grab this, press D as in David, click on that face as a point of reference, press R, flatline it. Alright, good. Maybe grab that, skew that in. Skew that in. Grab that part, skew that out. Okay, grab that part, skew that out. And then finally this part here. This is the outside wall. Actually, you know what? Let me grab this too. This is the inner abductor muscle. Beef that up a bit. Pull that up like that. Yeah. And then finally this guy right here. Shift right click, bevel, boom. That's at 0.5. Maybe it could be a little bit less, like, I don't know, 0.4 or something, 0.41. Yeah. Alright, grab that, tuck that in. Maybe this guy here and here. Right, that's a frontmost. Tuck that in because it's the knee, just to give it an implied. Knee. Grab this and this. Anyway, so go back over here. Grab that, because this was the bevel that I just made to give a parallel thick line. Go back in, make use of the lines that was made. Grab these two, tuck it like this maybe. Grab this and this, do some of that. So now this and this, that's your widest point on the outside, right? Okay. Grab that. It's neighbors. I'm gonna let's make it less skewed. This is the back of the thigh, hamstrings. Pump that out a bit. Give a nice wide look to it. Outer thigh, pump it out. There you go. Grab this, grab that. There you go. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Alright, so 18 minutes. I'm gonna crank that in a bit. This one's skewing out. Yeah, so we're gonna do some of that. Some of that maybe. Maybe skew that in. Because the shin bone, even though this is, she's wearing a, even though she's wearing a power suit, right? It's just good to still have implied lines to show major landmarks for now. Alright, so this side view, I want this to kind of flare out a bit. This one's maybe a bit too much, maybe I'll pump that in. Got that, pump that in. And this guy right here too, straight lines, too stiff straight. Flare that open, flare that open. Right. Grab this, flare that in. I'm just trying to avoid stiff straight lines. At least give it some diagonal feel to it. Straight lines will just kind of ruin it. Nice. This thing needs an edge loop. But for now, it's alright. This is way too far out. There you go. Nice and steady. Alright, so what was that? 20 minutes? I'm gonna cut it short. So we have that. Everything's on point. Everything is on point. Touch that up. Maybe something like that. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, good. Gotta make the butt pads. I don't think I'm gonna model that in. I don't know, it depends. The hips could be modeled a little bit better too. That's for another video. Alright, so that's the end of that. Yeah. Okay, bye.